Exactly.
And
That's so
that's
true.
but then
Can
you
I
need to
add to that?
yeah,
Can I-
Doug. Yeah.
I hate to interrupt, but this is something that I think is very important to something like this. When you long for the past, it can affect how you perform in the future. I don't know if you guys are religious or not, but I've been reading the Holy Bible lately, and I read this interesting story that I never knew about, despite being a Christian, a devout Christian. The story was when Sodom was destroyed by God for being wicked. Lot was told by God, flee the city and don't look back. And while Lot obeyed, his wife didn't, and as a result, she became a pillar of salt. The message that was told through that story was, God wasn't upset that she looked back at the city. It was the significance of looking back at the city, which was she was longing for the same life she had before, which was wicked, and she wasn't trusting God that, he had a better plan for her. And that's why she became a pillar of salt. Because if you look back at the past, it can affect what you think of the future, and it can lead you to depression and a life of sin again.
Well, you sort of already proved that, Doug, in that incident where the guy bullied you. If you were living back in the past when you were, 320 pounds, and he said that, well, he probably would have been telling the truth. You were going to have a heart attack, sooner or later, but you would have reacted in a different way. But it's like the statement he said was just ridiculous. It was ridiculous because you don't even look like that. And the fact that you didn't go back to who you were, because that's who he was talking about. He's still living in the past, of his whoever he is, but you're not that person. So good on you for not doing that and going back and letting that react to you,
Yeah, I definitely don't want to slip back to the old Doug. And sorry to interrupt, but I just felt like that was the point I wanted to bring up.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
look, Doug and me talk way too much every week. Oh God. He drives me insane. No, it's probably the other way around. But look, he has moments where he's had to go off to hospital with his mum, and it's just the autism or the anxiety takes over, and we get it because I know he's going to come out of it, and his mum is she works in the prison system as a psychologist, but she's not actually working with prisoners anymore. She's a facilitator. But, there's moments where they've had to cart him off, and like his anxiety and his depression comes up, but then, different things happen. But he's never, ever gone more than a few days, and then he's back. He goes, I'm back, Andy, I got through it. And I went, far out, man. He makes me think a lot of the times that, wow, what an inspiration, just doesn't give up. Look, guys, we've run out of time, and I'm sure down the track again, we'll do this again, but just such a great share of everybody's that, and like you said, Mel, everybody's story is touching everybody in a different way, which we, in our hope that when this goes out and that, it does affect people, because we get messages coming in, not a lot, but we get 1 or 2 messages coming in. Doug's probably had a few, and people have said, you basically saved my son's life. He was watching the last one that Matt and you guys were on, and she said he watched it and his life just changed because he saw something in those messages. And if that's the person you save, then gosh, God bless, that's what it's all about, So I really do appreciate every single one of you coming on. And Lauren, it's just beautiful to meet you and you sharing your story. And Carlos, thank you for introducing you, and thank you for taking time off work. No, we can't actually subsidise you for taking time off work.
What a shame.
I will buy you a beer when I'm next in Melbourne, or you can buy me one. I don't care which.
We'll call it even.
All right. Well, look, Doug, I'll let you take us out. Again, thank you, every single Matt, Mel, Carlos, and Lauren. I really, really appreciate you coming on and sharing,
No problem.
So everybody, I want to thank you all for appearing on the panel tonight. We hope that everything turns out well for you guys and all my followers. Andy's credit card number is right here.
Do you see what I mean, Matt? You see
How's
what
it
I
get
mean?
you?
I got to put up with this guy. You're
Just
funny.
kidding. Actually, everybody, the links to Mindful Australia and Ego Expo are right here.
Hey, Lauren, can I ask you? Do you have a Facebook page and a website at all?
So
Oh, awesome. Okay, great. So we'll get that off you, and Doug will put that up there as well.
yeah, no worries.
The link,
awesome.
everybody, is right here. And all my followers, I hope that everything turns out well for you and you got the hope that you need. And we'll see you next time on another panel for Relentless and Unstoppable.